Have you ever noticed how your heart seems to get a little more tired, a little more sluggish than it used to? Maybe climbing a flight of stairs leaves you more breathless than before, or that familiar tightness or discomfort sneaks in during your daily walks. If you felt any of this, you're not alone. And today, I want to talk to you about something that might surprise you. It's about some everyday vegetables that, believe it or not, could be quietly putting extra strain on your heart over time. Now, before you start thinking, wait, vegetables? Aren't those supposed to be good for me? Yes, most veggies are wonderful for our health. But there are a few that, when eaten too often or in certain ways, can have an unexpected effect on our heart, especially as we get older. It's like a slow, sneaky buildup, and it can add up if we're not careful. Why is this important? Well, heart health is one of the biggest concerns many of us face after 60. Our hearts have worked hard for decades, and as the years pass, it becomes more crucial to give them a little extra love and attention. Sometimes that means making small changes in what we eat, so our hearts aren't working against us without us even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to gently urge you to rethink including 5 specific vegetables in your daily meals. Not because they're bad in general, but because they might be slowly damaging your heart in ways you don't expect. I'm not here to scare you, but to empower you with knowledge that can make a real difference in your health. Together, we'll explore why these particular vegetables can be tricky for seniors, how they affect your heart, and what you can do instead to keep feeling vibrant and strong. Let's start with something many of us love, the humble potato. It's comfort food, it's familiar, and it's often on the dinner table. But here's the catch. Potatoes, especially when prepared in certain ways, can spike your blood sugar levels faster than you might think. You see, as we age, our bodies become a bit less efficient at handling sugar, and high blood sugar can put extra strain on the heart and blood vessels. The problem isn't just the potato itself, but how we often eat it. Think mashed potatoes loaded with butter, creamy potato salads, or those crispy fried chips. These preparations add fats and salt that don't do any favors for heart health. If you're wondering whether you have to give up potatoes altogether, the answer is no. It's more about moderation and preparation. Boiling potatoes and eating them with the skin can help slow down the sugar rush, and pairing them with fiber-rich veggies can balance things out. But if you're someone who reaches for fries or heavy potato dishes regularly, it's time to rethink those choices. Now, moving on to another favorite, tomatoes. They're bright, juicy, and packed with vitamins, right? Absolutely. But here's a little secret that might surprise you. Some people, especially seniors with certain sensitivities, can react to tomatoes with increased inflammation. Why does this matter? Because chronic inflammation is like adding fuel to the fire when it comes to heart health. It can stiffen blood vessels and lead to higher blood pressure. Plus, tomatoes contain natural acids and compounds that may cause discomfort for those with sensitive digestive systems, sometimes leading to increased stress on the heart, indirectly. Don't worry, though. This doesn't mean you have to banish tomatoes forever. If you find that eating raw tomatoes or tomato sauces causes you discomfort or heartburn, it might be best to limit them or try alternatives like roasted peppers or cooked vegetables that are gentler on your system. Next, let's talk about spinach. Ah, spinach, Popeye's favorite and packed with iron and nutrients. Spinach does have incredible benefits, but here's the catch for seniors. It's high in something called oxalates. These compounds can bind with calcium in the body and potentially form deposits, not just in your kidneys, but also affecting how well your blood vessels function. When blood vessels lose their flexibility, the heart has to work harder to pump blood through them. If you're someone who loves spinach salads every day or adds heaps of spinach to your smoothies, you might want to take a step back and vary your greens a bit. Try mixing in kale, Swiss chard, or lettuce, which have lower oxalate levels, or cooking spinach lightly to reduce oxalate content. I get it. Changing habits can be tough, especially with foods we've enjoyed for years. But think about it this way. These small adjustments aren't about deprivation. They're about giving your heart the gentle care it deserves after decades of hard work. Now, as we begin to see how these seemingly harmless veggies can impact our heart, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different. Listening to how your body responds after meals, noting any discomfort or changes in energy, and discussing your diet with your doctor or nutritionist can guide you to make the best choices. Before we move on, I want to mention one more thing that often gets overlooked. The way we prepare vegetables can sometimes add hidden challenges for our hearts. For instance, using too much salt, butter, or creamy dressings can turn a healthy vegetable dish into a heart burden. So, as you reconsider these veggies, also think about lighter, heart-friendly cooking methods like steaming, roasting with a touch of olive oil, or enjoying them fresh with simple seasonings. Now that we've talked about potatoes, tomatoes, and spinach, three common vegetables that may slowly be adding stress to your heart, it's clear that our choices around food go deeper than just what's on this plate. It's about how these foods interact with our bodies as we age. So, keep this in mind as we continue our conversation and uncover more vegetables you might want to enjoy less often or differently. It's all part of a gentle journey toward better heart health and feeling your best every single day. As we keep exploring these vegetables that might be quietly challenging your heart, let's turn our attention to another one that's been a staple in many kitchens for generations: eggplants. You probably enjoyed them in a rich stew or grilled to perfection. They're flavorful and versatile, no doubt about it. But here's something not everyone knows. Eggplants belong to a family called nightshades, just like tomatoes, and they contain natural compounds that can sometimes trigger inflammation, especially in sensitive individuals. Inflammation, as we mentioned earlier, is like a slow-burning fire inside the body that can stiffen your arteries and make your heart work overtime. For seniors whose bodies might already be dealing with wear and tear, this extra stress can add up over time. While many people tolerate eggplants just fine, some find that eating them regularly brings on joint pain or digestive upset, which indirectly impacts heart health by limiting your activity or causing discomfort. If you've noticed any swelling, stiffness, or even mild digestive issues after eating eggplant dishes, it could be worth experimenting with cutting back a bit. And remember, there's a whole world of other veggies to enjoy that don't come with those same compounds. Speaking of which, let's gently explore another vegetable that's often recommended for its nutrients, but can have a sneaky downside for the heart. Beets. They're beautiful with their deep red color, packed with antioxidants, and often praised for their ability to improve circulation. And while that's true in many cases, there's a catch for some seniors. Beets are naturally high in nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that can relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. That sounds like a good thing, right? And for many people, it is. But for some seniors, especially those on blood pressure medications, eating too many beets or beet products can cause blood pressure to drop too low, leading to dizziness, weakness, or even fainting. The last thing you want is to feel unsteady or unsafe just because you enjoyed a salad or juice. So, it's important to keep track of how your body reacts and consult with your doctor about how much beet is right for you. Moderation is key. A small serving here and there is usually fine, but daily heavy consumption might tip the balance. Now, as we talk about these vegetables and their impacts, it's not just about avoiding them completely, it's about balance, awareness, and making heart-friendly swaps where it makes sense. For example, if you love the texture and flavor of eggplant but want to give your heart a break, try replacing it with zucchini or summer squash in your recipes. They provide a mild flavor and similar cooking versatility without the inflammatory compounds. And instead of relying heavily on potatoes for that comforting side dish, explore sweet potatoes or carrots, which have a gentler effect on blood sugar and provide a sweet, satisfying taste. These alternatives can keep your meals interesting and delicious without putting unnecessary strain on your heart. Another practical step is to prepare vegetables in ways that reduce their potential negative impact. Lightly steaming spinach instead of eating it raw can lower the oxalate content, making it easier on your body. Roasting tomatoes rather than eating them fresh might also lessen the acidity and reduce irritation for sensitive stomachs. It's also helpful to pair these vegetables with foods rich in healthy fats, like olive oil, nuts, or avocado, which can help reduce inflammation and improve absorption of nutrients. Plus, adding fresh herbs and spices like turmeric, ginger, or garlic can boost heart health naturally and make your meals taste amazing. Now, I know this might all feel a bit overwhelming at first. After all, these are foods many of us have enjoyed for years, maybe even decades. But think about this journey as a way to listen more closely to your body's signals to give your heart the kindness it deserves. Small tweaks in what and how you eat can bring significant benefits in energy, comfort, and overall well-being. And here's a little encouragement. You don't have to make all these changes overnight. Start slow. Try swapping one vegetable or one cooking method each week. Notice how you feel, what tastes you enjoy, and what keeps you feeling good and vibrant. As you continue, remember that hydration is also a big part of heart health. Drinking enough water helps keep your blood flowing smoothly and supports your body in managing inflammation and nutrients from your food. So alongside these food changes, keep a water bottle handy and sip throughout the day. Before we wrap this up, I want to remind you that heart health is a lifelong journey, not a one-time fix. Your diet is a powerful tool, but it works best when combined with gentle exercise, regular checkups, and stress management. Things you may already be familiar with. If you ever feel unsure about making changes to your diet, or if you have existing health conditions, reaching out to a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian can provide you with personalized advice. They can help tailor your eating habits to suit your unique needs while keeping your heart strong. So, as you think about the veggies we've discussed, eggplant and beets, keep an eye on how you feel when you eat them, and don't hesitate to explore tasty alternatives that are kinder to your heart. Cooking can be a joyful adventure, a chance to try new recipes, flavors, and ways to care for yourself. The good news is your heart is resilient, and with the right nourishment, you can support it beautifully. These small choices can add up to big differences in how you feel each day. Now, let's gently finish our conversation by talking about the last vegetable on this list, garlic. You might be thinking, garlic? But isn't garlic supposed to be great for the heart? And yes, in many ways, garlic is a powerhouse. It has compounds that can help lower cholesterol and improve circulation. But here's the thing. Too much of anything can sometimes cause trouble, especially for seniors. Eating garlic in reasonable amounts is usually fine and even beneficial. But overdoing it, particularly raw garlic, can irritate the digestive system and in some cases cause fluctuations in blood pressure. For those already on medications for blood pressure or blood thinners, this can create unexpected effects that your heart and body might find challenging. So, the key with garlic, is like with all foods, is balance. Using it to add flavor is wonderful. But if you find yourself eating large amounts daily or taking garlic supplements without medical advice, it might be worth pausing and consulting with your healthcare provider. Now that we've talked through these 7 vegetables, potatoes, tomatoes, spinach, eggplants, beets, and garlic, it's clear that even the healthiest foods need to be enjoyed mindfully, especially as we age. Our bodies change, our hearts need more gentle care, and the way food interacts with us can shift over time. But here's the beautiful part. Making these small, thoughtful changes doesn't mean giving up on flavor, comfort, or joy. It means embracing a new way of caring for yourself, honoring your heart, and feeling better every day. Maybe you'll discover new favorite vegetables, new recipes, or simply a greater sense of well-being from listening closely to your body. Remember, heart health isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Every little step counts, whether that's swapping out fries for roasted sweet potatoes, enjoying a fresh salad with gentle greens instead of raw spinach, or using herbs and spices to brighten your meals without overloading on salty or creamy dressings. And while food is powerful, don't forget the other wonderful ways you can support your heart. Gentle daily movement, moments of calm and relaxation, staying connected with loved ones, and regular visits to your doctor to keep an eye on your health. If you found this conversation helpful, I'd love to hear about your experiences with these vegetables or any changes you've tried. Feel free to share in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take a small step toward better heart health. Also, if you want more practical tips like these, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. That way, you won't miss out on new ways to live healthier and happier in your golden years. Here's to you, embracing the wisdom of your years, caring for your heart with kindness, and living your best life at any age. Because you deserve to feel strong, vibrant, and full of joy every single day. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care and see you soon.